All right, guys, welcome back again to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Thanks for joining back again to watch the updates. Just wanted to start by wishing you guys a happy new month this 1st of September, and I'm praying a happy, successful, prosperous, blessed new month to every single one of you out there who are watching. Subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to subscribe if you've not done so already. So, as you know, back with some latest stories trending right now concerning the Super Eagles players, the team, right now, of course, because obviously the camp is already set. Today is the day that the camp has opened up again, and Kucharik Shell is going to definitely, want to storm the camp with his backroom staff first thing, the first chance that they can get today, because as the leaders of the team, they are going to want to set an example for others to follow, others being the players themselves. So we expect the camp to open today with Jerick Shaw being in attendance. But more stories will be coming later in the day concerning camp development, who is in camp currently, who is heading to camp, and things like that. Before that, of course, today is also a very special day because we'll see a number of our players sign officially to join some club sides in the EPL. I mentioned that in the previous video. Tolu Kodari, obviously on the brink of joining Wolverhampton Wanderers, he actually flew with his agent yesterday into the UK, where he reportedly did his medical. And from everything that's coming out right now, especially from Tolu Kodari himself, because I checked on his social media, and he posted he posted with the caption "Thank you, Jesus," which shows that obviously the medical will have gone down well. He passed it and has probably signed at this point, but we are still going to see that get announced officially by Wolverhampton Wanderers. But everything is done right now. It's done and dusted. If it's Fabrizio Romanov, it's a here we go deal right now for Tolu Arkudari, because everything has been done so far. It's just remaining for Wolves to sign him. And of course, there's no stating how big of a deal this is for this man, um, for his career, for us Nigerians as well to see Tolu, come into the Premiership and show three laws week in week out, show us what the stuff, show the world the stuff that is made of. Much to the delight of Nigerians who will be watching and cheering from afar. Of course, we would have loved Victor Osimhen to come into the Premiership. That's like the dream of every Nigerian fan. But that didn't work out. But it's still possible, in the future. No one knows. But aside from Tolu Kodare, we saw also yesterday, late yesterday, Uche Crisantos had to take a very, very impromptu flight into into the UK as well to finalize his deal with Crystal Palace. So as it stands right now, Uche Crisantos to Crystal Palace is already done and dusted, So he's going to undergo his medical today as well. And if everything checks out, he's going to sign as well. Great news as well for the man. At some point, it felt like it wasn't going to materialize, him coming to the Premiership. We saw Wolverhampton Wanderers show some great interest, and all of a sudden, in the dying minute, it felt like the deal broke down. But it's good to see that, Getafe were finally able to reach some sort of agreement with Crystal Palace to allow Uche Santos to come to the Premiership. So it's going to be very interesting. I, for one, am very excited to to even think of the possibility of watching Uche Santos play football in the EPL under Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace are doing really well this season. We saw their game today against Aston Villa. I think they won Aston Villa 2 goals to 0. They've been really great this season. They played Chelsea, played a very fantastic game against Chelsea in the opening match of the EPL season. And they got a draw in that match. Chelsea really suffered in that match because Crystal Palace uh, just feel like such a complete team. So Uche Santos going there is going to help them to become stronger, but also help Uche Santos to be in a club that is stable, and not club that has one or two issues that would prevent him to shine very well. So obviously, Crystal Palace is a nice place to be. And then we have Samuel Chukwueze, who is also on the brink of joining Fulham Football Club. But unlike Uche Crisantos and Tolu Kodare, whose deals are permanent deals, Samuel Chukwueze's deal is actually going to be a loan with an obligation to buy. So for Samuel Chukwueze, based on the report late last night, he also flew into London to finalize that deal with Fulham Football Club. His own move is relatively straightforward in a way, because it's just loan deal with an obligation to buy. So that's the agreement right now between Fulham and AC Milan. Fulham are going to pay around 3 million euros to AC Milan for the loan spell, and then an obligation to buy at 22 million euros at the end of the season. So that is what's happening right now. It's going to be very, very interesting, and exciting after this international break ends, because we'll be seeing a lot of Nigerian faces in the EPL with this top clubs, and then obviously that's going to give us a lot of joy, a lot of pride as well, as Nigerians seeing our players playing in the best league in the world. But then there is Adema Lukman's story, which among all of these stories, I think is the one that's not going really not going straightforward as we would like it to go. Because Atalanta are still kind of playing hardball right now. They've rejected a lot of clubs, bringing in offers for Ademola Lookman. For example, the last couple of hours we've seen Atlanta reject a deal or an offer from Bayern Munich, who were trying to get Lookman to come on a loan basis. But Atlanta are saying no, they don't want to sell on loan. And in the same case, we've seen Tottenham being rejected because they were also looking out for a loan spell for Ademola Lookman. Alanda is not willing to let Lukman go on a loan. They've said it several times now. If you want to buy Ademola Lukman, you have to come up with around 35, 42 million euros. That's the price that they are quoting for these clubs. And none of these clubs appear to want Lukman on a permanent basis. They are just looking for some kind of backup to, the wingers that they already have uh, going into this season properly. So that's what's currently happening. And at Atletico Madrid has showed interest previously. I don't know what's happening right now. Maybe they are backing out or maybe they are not. But it's still going to be interesting to follow up on these deals and see how it ends, because obviously today is the final day of the transfer market. So a lot of deals are going to go down the wire for them to actually materialize. I'm thinking that the Mona Lukman is probably going to take us into the midnight, around 11 p.m. or so today to see, what finally happens. So that's what's happening right now with these players. And then, sadly, for one man, uh, his club has decided to terminate his contract. Actually, it was a mutual understanding between the player and the club that decided to let him go, by terminating his contract, um, and then announcing it on their official social media. I'm talking about Nottingham Forest terminating the contract of Emmanuel Dennis yesterday, and the winger is now free to look for a club side that will be playing his football this season. It's something that we've seen coming. A couple of while ago, I actually talked about it on this channel a few videos ago that they are actually considering terminating his contract, and it's now happened. So wait and see where Emmanuel Dennis eventually ends up. Today being the deadline, I'm sure he has one or two, three clubs that he's talking to, and could potentially move to these clubs, for this new season. But with that being said, I'm just going to leave it here, and then we'll see what happens. Follow the updates, and then see the ones that have materialized, and we'll let you guys know.